Yo, Big Kish back up in here. The Ville is villain today. The Ville just villain today. Look, he just cracked the code. The Ville just cracked the code. Now, y'all remember the Hennessy Man and the DJ Vlad was on the Hennessy Man show. And he said, nah, Drake got something hidden in the Hidden Hills. He did something. Guess what, y'all? The Ville just cracked the code. The Ville just cracked the code. Shout out to the Ville, man, for cooking, doing all this research. The research is searching. Watch this, y'all. You are not going to want to click off this video. I will put a link in the description for you to watch it on your own. But we got to get into this one, y'all. Hey, look, it's not looking good for Drake. It's not looking good for Drake. Check this out. You're not going to click off this video. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
So there's this conversation that we had last night talking about Hidden Hills. We had talked about Hidden Hills last time because of DJ Vlad. DJ Vlad did an interview with Academics where he had talked about Drake and this YOLO estate. This YOLO estate was in the Hidden Hills where Drake used to live at when he stayed in California. Now, this is close to Calabasas. This is when he had a conversation with Academics, and he had told Academics that he wouldn't be surprised if Drake covered up some type of suspicious activity that happened there because of all the parties that he threw there.
That's what Vlad said. Now, you got a lot of suspicious activity going on. I know some homeboys who know somebody that know Drake. This is what Vlad said. Now, check what the Ville figured out.
Now, it turns out last night we had found some things out that's related to Hidden Hills. But just for a quick refresher, I'm going to play the clip right now of where DJ Vlad has said that there was some suspicious activity.
I will say, though, you know what I was impressed by? With all this shit and say not like us and everything, people talking about Drake, not one chick even erroneously filed a lawsuit or like, I thought there was going to be a few of those to take advantage of the moment. And there's been not one person that's accused Drake of anything.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if some shit starts coming.
That's Vlad saying, wait, we're going to fast forward because we already heard this part. We already heard that part. Vlad saying, I don't know, because I know some people who know Drake. And they even said some things. Now, check this out. Look at what the Ville just figured out, y'all.
Now, like I said in the last video, when I had talked about this property was owned by somebody that has the LLC, Richard Fitzenwell. Now, the Richard Fitzenwell LLC is owned by Drake. We know that because of Ebony Prince, because Ebony Prince had revealed that Drake's alias at the Mark Hotel was Richard Fitzenwell. Now, remember, Ebony Prince was the person that obtained the items from Meet the Grams from Drake at this hotel and was able to expose his name as being Richard Fitzenwell, a.k.a. It Fitzenwell. Because of that, we were able to find out that he had the Richard Fitzenwell LLC, and this is what he later on.
He doing his research. He's killing the game with this research thing. The Ville is killing the game with this research stuff. Check it out.
Used to purchase the property over there in Calabasas, over there at Hidden Hills.
That talk.
He later on eventually had sold it to Matthew Stafford for whatever reason. Matthew Stafford ended up trying to sell the property shortly after, not because he's leaving California. He's apparently still staying in California, but for whatever reason, he just doesn't want anything to do with this property. He's selling it for only $12 million.
The Ville know the numbers, man. He know how much money being transactioned and all that, man. Come on, man.
Had bought it for 11. So it just shows you that he really wants to get out of this property. It makes you feel like what DJ Vlad was saying, is that the reason why Matthew Stafford doesn't want to own this property? Because of the recent owner, Richard Fitzenwell, a.k.a. Drake. And now we have Vlad out here saying that there was something going on over here at the Hidden Hills. There's something going on, and Matthew Stafford didn't want anything to do with it. So eventually he tried to sell the property later on. Now,
so he ain't want nothing to do with it. He's like, nah, it's some specimens somewhere up in here. I don't want this. Nah. Taylor, Cookville, let's see what we got.
We found out eventually because we started looking into Hidden Hills. We started trying to figure out, well, what exactly is going on over here? And one of the biggest clues that we had came across last night about Hidden Hills was Splash Brothers. Splash Brothers was an original song that had featured Drake and French Montana. Later on, the song had...
Now, I'm going to just add this in there. Y'all remember when French Montana and Drake had those little 10 bro commandments and all of that? How they be doing women and all of that? I'm telling all this stuff tying together. All this little bro code stuff, all of it tying together. Check it out. Then French Montana started to try to look like Drake. Y'all remember that? He started doing all his hair and shaving his hair, all these different, trying to look like Drake, or Drake trying to look like him. However you want to do it. Check it out, y'all. He about to cook. Watch this. Watch the revealings.
It came out, but it didn't have Drake anymore. It only had Lil Wayne. So Splash Brothers, the original song, the first verse has Drake in it. And
so the first joint got Drake in it. But then what happened, Vil? Tell him what happened.
Drake talks about the Hidden Hills. Drake says, yeah, on Double MG, I'll F a rapper's wife. She ain't even my type, but I'll make the sacrifice. Have her splitting thighs like she work at Gladys Knights. Yeah, I was never nothing nice. Guys know the real secrets left in Hidden Hills. And this is the part.
Oh! But why Drake remove his verse, though? Oh! Busted! Busted! We got it! But look, it gets deeper. Check it out. Watch this. Pause. It's gonna go way low. Watch what the Vil do. Watch the Vil just. Watch this. Check it out. Check it out.
That we were talking about. Guys know the real secrets left in Hidden Hills.
Uh-huh.
Bought the whole street up, and I got it for a steal. Which is funny for him to say, because we know for sure when he had bought the property, this is when he had sold the property to Matthew Stafford for $11 million. This is the buyer. This is the seller. But right here, Richard Fitzgerald, which is Drake, he's the buyer, and he bought it for almost $3 million from Gopher Diego Aleo. So he
quadruple. Hold up, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. He quadruple his money. Yeah.
For Diego Aleo. So he actually did get it for a steal, because then they ended up selling it for $11 million when he just bought it for 3 M's. This is proof that Drake not only had sold the compound for Matthew Stafford for $11 million, but in the song with French Montana, he admits that he bought the whole street up for a steal. I guess he did when he gets it for $3 million and sells it for $11. So we know that he's talking about Hidden Hills because of this, and we know he's talking about
he quadrupled the money. He's a businessman. Listen, man. Hey, look. I ain't gonna lie. That was a hell of a play. That was a hell of a. Bought it for 3 something and sold it for almost 12. That's a play. Ninjas out here trying to double their money. Man, this dude over here quadrupleizing his money. He learned from them people. Oh yeah, he learned from them people. Check it out. It don't end here. Oh no, we ain't even scratched the surface yet. Watch this.
The Yellow Estate because of this. Guys know the real secrets left in Hidden Hills. So what are the secrets exactly? I guess Drake didn't even want people to answer that question because this song got scrapped. Now, for sure, the
song got scrapped. Drake said, no, we can't put that out. We can't put that out. And what'd he do? Check it out. The
song is out, but it only has Lil Wayne on it. Drake had stopped this song from being out so severely that he had to send a cease and desist. And this is why him and Rick Ross started beefing. This is the reason why Drake and Rick Ross.
He connecting the dots. Y'all remember when Rick Ross was like, yeah, you sent the cease and desist to my dog, or you hated on my dog project. Vil connecting all the dots, baby. I told you 2025, we not playing. Look at these dots he connecting. Check it out.
Started beefing really bad online was because he had sent French Montana a cease and desist for this record. Rick Ross had talked about this song later on. Eventually, he had came out and had made this song where he had dissed Drake. And this was Champagne Moments. This was a song that had came out right before the beef had kicked off with Kendrick Lamar. But it's what Rick Ross says at the end right here. Is what
This the part about to break it down. Check it out. The Vil is villain today, boy.
Catched a lot of people's attention. Right here, Rick Ross says, I unfollowed you because you sent a mother effing cease and desist to French Montana. You sent the police. Hated on my dog's project. That wasn't the same person that I seen when we were making them early records. Now Rick Ross is saying that he has sent the cease and desist to French Montana because
we ain't get to the surface. We ain't even scratched the surface. Watch this. There's more. Check it out.
This record, we could confirm that because eventually it had been reported on the news. It says Drake did send French Montana a cease and desist. It says here that he eventually had sent it. And then this is when they had talked about Rick Ross, talking about how he didn't like that he did that to French Montana. But it doesn't end there because when we watch the music video.
It's about to check this out. Look, y'all. Check it out. Watch this.
For this song, there's a part that Rick Ross says in the song that caught my attention with the music video. He says, told y'all guys to stay scheming. I predicted my fate. Got more money than you. If you want me to say 50 mil for the crib where you want me to stay. And I think it's important when he says this 50 mil for the crib where you want me to stay. Because in the music video, when he says that, this pops up right here.
50 mil for the crib where you want me to stay.
So,
oh, no. There was a rabbit hole this whole time. It was a rabbit hole this whole time. It's coming out. The veil is villain. The veil is connecting the dots. Stop playing. Stop playing. Yo. Vlad done opened up the floodgates on him. He's no longer down with the J-Wish people. He's look, Lucian and them said, cut him loose. Cut him loose. Get him whacked. Get him whacked. He's done. The veil is villain right now. Check it out.
So he says 50 million for the crib where you want me to stay, implying that he's talking about a house. Well, are you talking about a house on the Hidden Hills? Because then Rick Ross has shared the shirt. The back of his shirt says Hidden Hills.
Ooh! Ah! Ross was letting it be known that, remember I told y'all, these rappers be talking to each other, and people don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying? They be dissing each other behind closed doors. The things that Drake was dissing Dot the whole time. Dot was like, bro, this dude better stop talking about me, bro. But we weren't catching a lot of that stuff. It was going over our heads because we don't know about a lot about the yachts and all of this stuff. Look. Ross throwing shots the whole time. Check it out.
So now I'm thinking, well, wow, does Rick Ross know what's going on with Hidden Hills? Does Rick Ross know what's going on with what DJ Vlad had talked about? And is he exposing it because Drake had sent a cease and desist to him in French Montana? I have followed you because you sent a mother effing cease and desist to French Montana. You sent the police and hated on my dog's project. That wasn't the same guy that I seen when we were making early records together. Now, Rick Ross is upset because Drake had sent that cease and desist. But I'm thinking that Drake had sent that cease and desist because of the fact that he didn't want anybody to hear him talk about the real secrets left in Hidden Hills. And out of spite, Rick Ross makes a diss record called Champagne Moments. And when he talks about a crib, he shows the back of his shirt in the music video that says Hidden Hills. The same thing that DJ Vlad had talked about when he said that Drake could have paid to cover up some suspicious activity that happened at that party.
He's just going over it again. Let's see what else he's cooking up with. He's cooking. He is cooking.
In Calabasas over there at the Hidden Hills. This is a song that he had created while he was staying there, or at least he was still living there at the time and owned the property. Because this is
who always talking about Calabasas? Who always exposing people while she's sitting on the couch talking about Calabasas? Does Jaguar right ring a bell? The veil just veiled them. The veil is villain. The veil just cooked. Come on, you ain't gonna get this information nowhere else. Check it out. Check it out. What? This is why I rock with the veil. The veil is going, look, man, I'm telling you, he got it with his magnifying glass. Hold on. We missed something right here. We missed it. Hold on, yeah. All right, yeah, that's something right there. Let's get that, bring that out in the forefront. Let's get that out. The veil going to investigate. I'm telling you. This is why I rock with him. Check it out. I'm going to leave a link in the description because he ain't even scratched the surface. He about to cook some more. You see all of this? Look at all this. He's cooking. Top-notch chef cook, man. Come on, man. Y'all check it out, man. Tap in. Tap in. I'm going to leave a link in the description for y'all to watch it unfiltered and uninterrupted because you know I be running my mouth. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's done. Your OG Drake is done. He's done. No more duck clips around his time, Styles. You know what I'm saying? No more shiny suits around his time. Let's get it. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone, y'all.